This is ABC15 Mornings.
A minor crash turned into a deadly shooting. Right now on ABC15 Mornings, what neighbors are saying after tragedy unfolded in West Phoenix.
Senator Sinema now censured. Straight ahead, we're going to show you how long this has been in the works and what it could mean for the senator moving forward.
The winning streak continues while our Phoenix Suns stay dominant. Another Valley sports team is making a major announcement. We're going to let you know about the big news happening in the basketball world locally this morning. With that, we say good morning to you on this Sunday. Glad you're starting it off with us. I'm Nohelani Graff.
And I'm Mark Thompson. So many sports, from basketball to great playoff games.
Football, holy moly.
I didn't know what to do. I just kept flipping back and forth, and then I tried to go to sleep battling that, but then it started raining. Just so much going on last night to keep me occupied.
You know what? I think that was the one thing, though, that you didn't feel guilty about watching a bunch of sports, staying inside, watching the TV, because it was cloudy, and then the rains came. In fact, a lot of people waking up to puddles this morning. We do want to start with some fresh video of last night's rain. You can see it was really coming down near 53rd Avenue and Buckeye Road, other parts of the valley as well. This was taken by one of our ABC 15 photographers around 10:30 last night. Really, when you look up against the streetlights, you can see how much rain was falling. And then we've slowed down this video, but this was from Avondale so that you could just see the lightning show that was coming from South Mountain area and just those big flashes in the sky in the East Valley. That's definitely what I saw, even though we didn't get much of the rain. So as we get into your most accurate forecast now, I want to show you what clouds and radar look like just over the last 6 hours. You can see the band of showers just kind of arcing over the valley and kind of tickling the outskirts as well. So that's why the North Valley really saw a lot of this in those overnight hours, and then the snow showers off to the east as well. But then this morning, a big change. We're clearing out here in the valley. We don't really have anything falling, and most of this has started to taper off and shift to the east. So areas in the higher elevations of the White Mountains still getting some snow showers this morning. Roosevelt Lake area kind of getting a rain snow mix. Right now in Phoenix, 51 degrees, but we do have colder temperatures in some select valley cities because that rain did help drop our temperatures, our overnight lows. So if you're going out for a bike ride this morning, light layers certainly in order because our temperatures will drop even further as we get closer to sunrise this morning, which is around 7:30. And we also still have a chance for some morning sprinkles. But then later this afternoon, we start drying out. The sun will be out. Great day for a bike ride and much lighter breezes than we saw yesterday. I will talk about just how warm we'll get this afternoon coming up in that full, most accurate forecast.
All right, Nohe, thank you so much. Breaking right now, just a tragic situation out on our roadways. We're learning that one person is dead and another hospitalized after this horrific crash out on 91st Avenue and Thomas Road. Details are still coming in. They're very limited right now. We've been showing you live pictures all morning long. You had one car that was on its roof, another one over there on the side. You could tell that it was involved in that wreck as well. Our desk, they are making calls to get you more information. As soon as we get that in, we're going to pass it along. You can see that right now. Also breaking overnight, police investigating a shooting near 16th Avenue and Washington Street. Details still very limited on this one as well. We've reached out to police. We're expecting an update sometime later this morning. We will be sure to pass that along as soon as it comes in.
A shooting and a young life lost. Phoenix police now investigating a chaotic situation that we first told you about 24 hours ago. A 16-year-old boy was killed and a man hurt near 43rd Avenue and Baseline. ABC 15's Luz Delia Caballero speaking with neighbors personally affected by this tragedy.
People in this neighborhood still visibly shaken up after waking up to police lights and some even hearing multiple gunshots.
At first I heard pop, pop.
We spoke to a neighbor wanting to remain anonymous who lives close to where police found a teen lying in the road.
And then I heard a couple more pops.
She says she then heard a car revving its engine. Then when it peeled out,
I saw that there was a young man laying in the middle of the road. I knew he was gone.
Phoenix police say this all started as a crash, things escalating from there before shots were fired. A 16-year-old boy, now identified as Isaac Gonzalez, found dead, and a man rushed to the hospital with very serious injuries.
There were about 10 casings. They had them all marked off.
John Nagy waking up to police lights.
I saw probably 10 cop cars, and everything was all roped off.
When he walked outside, he quickly noticed 2 white pickup trucks inside of the taped-off area.
The doors were open on the Toyota, and it was sitting in the middle of the street all day. And the other one was a white Chevy pickup truck.
ABC15 was there when the Toyota was towed away. John's wife, Rachel, still shaken, initially thinking their house was struck.
Please look for any bullet spray and damage. Make sure we're intact. Thankfully, we're okay.
But one neighbor, not so lucky, letting us inside their home, telling us off camera a bullet shattered this second-story window, piercing through the shutter of their child's nursery, missing their baby's crib.
I don't know what transpired during all this. I can't imagine, but nothing is worth your life.
It's unclear whether road rage played a role in all of this. Police now trying to figure that out. Lustelia Caballero, ABC15, Arizona.
And a GoFundMe page has been set up for Gonzalez's family. You can find a link to that if you'd like to help on the homepage of abc15.com.
Now to another story that we brought you first here as breaking news right here on ABC 15 Weekend Mornings. One man has died after he was shot by Phoenix police officers. They say that he grabbed a gun in his car before officers opened fire. This all happened near 24th Street and Indian School Road.
One of our patrol officers observed a vehicle traveling at a very high rate of speed. The officer quickly lost sight of that vehicle, but soon relocated it as it was pulling into the driveway of a residence. Nobody got out of that vehicle once it pulled into the driveway, but they turned the lights off. As the officer approached the vehicle, he noticed a male subject laying down in the back seat of that vehicle.
Police say that they tried to get to that man and get his attention, but he didn't respond. Officers then broke a window on that car, eventually using pepper ball smoke to clear him out. We're told 2 officers were involved in that shooting and both had body cameras on. Officials are now reviewing that footage. Happening today, a car wash fundraiser for Irene Lovano. It starts at 9 o'clock on Indian School Road, just west of 75th Avenue. And we've been telling you about this story all week. Irene's family reported her missing a week ago. Police say that her boyfriend, Jorge Laura, eventually confessed to stabbing her and tossing her body in the desert. Laura is facing multiple charges, including first-degree murder. His roommate, Diego Turan, also facing charges after police say that he witnessed that murder and then lied about not knowing anything about it.
Making headlines around the world this morning, the British government is now accusing Russia of trying to replace Ukraine's government. UK leaders say Russia is seeking to create a pro-Moscow administration. Meanwhile, President Biden met with his national security team about that situation on Saturday. Diplomatic efforts are still underway. A wildfire is growing in California right now, with people along the Big Sur coastline forced to leave their homes. Cal Fire says the Colorado fire started Friday evening. It has now grown to 1,500 acres, and it's just 20% contained as of this morning. A vigil held in the Bronx honoring the 22-year-old officer who was shot and killed in Harlem on Friday night. Jason Rivera served in the NYPD. He and his partner, 27-year-old Wilbert Mora, were responding to a domestic violence call when a suspect opened fire on them. The gunman was also shot and is in critical condition.
And a big story in our state right now, also making headlines nationally. Senator Kyrsten Sinema censured by the Arizona Democratic Party. The unanimous vote by the executive board happening just days after she voted to uphold the Senate filibuster, which is currently preventing Democrats from passing voting rights legislation.
Are you basically telling the voters of Arizona that you don't think Kyrsten Sinema is a Democrat?
What we're telling the voters of Arizona is that we need to make sure that we are focusing on winning 2022. We know that she had a leadership role in the bipartisan infrastructure bill and was a pivotal vote on the American Rescue Plan. We're mindful of that. But on this issue, we are absolutely not only failing Arizonans, but failing the rest of the country because voting rights are under attack in so many state legislatures.
The state party said that they let Senator Sinema know that this was on the table early last year, putting the official wheels in motion in September. So what does it mean to censure a senator? Well, it's less severe than an expulsion and does not remove that senator from office or the state party. However, it is more of just a formal statement of disapproval, but in American history, only 9 members of the Senate have been censored. All right, coming up, the holidays, they may be over, but travel trouble is still continuing. Coming up, how to make sure that you don't lose your money if your next vacation doesn't go as planned.
Teacher burnout now impacting more educators than ever. So we're taking a closer look at a few potential solutions.
As drought and wildfires remain a threat in the West, one company is using images tens of thousands of miles up in space to give decision makers the upper hand. Coming up, we'll show you the ticket.
As a massive wildfire burns along California's central coast in January, the threat of climate change is now growing, and more companies are investing in technology that can help protect our communities. In a new Impact Earth report, meteorologist Jorge Torres speaks with a company that specializes in using satellite images like this one to tackle the issue of climate change head on.
Drought, wildfires, water shortages. These are problems that Arizonans are facing, and
these problems aren't going away.
Understanding the impacts that these weather and climate hazards are having, a company called HydroSat started using infrared satellite images, which measures the temperature of the Earth's surface.
We see this type of technology every day. Think of a contactless thermometer that may have been used on you when going into a store. It measures the temperature emitted from your body. Well, satellites use similar technology, although a bit more sensitive and tens of thousands of miles up above us too.
So that we can help better predict droughts and wildfire events and help us better grow more food using less water.
Peter Fossil, the CEO of HydroSat, says this data will help them better predict drought earlier by measuring the stress on vegetation due to little rainfall. These same maps can provide insight into areas with a high wildfire risk. Also, timely monitoring of moisture levels on fields can help farmers reduce their water use and cost while irrigating. In a place like Arizona, that's extremely important, as Tier 1 water shortages on the Colorado River are already affecting our farmers.
We're going to need better data to be able to measure, the impacts of these droughts, so that we can manage that risk, so that we can manage our food supply more effectively, so that we can manage wildfire risk more effectively.
Right now, the company uses data from both NASA and the European Space Agency, but in roughly a year, they plan to have their own satellite launch into space. For Impact Earth, Jorge Torres, ABC15, Arizona.
So with that most accurate forecast this morning, let's start you off with another view. This is clouds and radar right now, showing us the view over our state at this hour. And you can see most of the storm has moved on, shifting to the east, at least what little is left of it. Here in the valley, we're looking pretty dry right now. We do still have some lingering clouds out there, but otherwise it's moved on to the east. Still getting some light snow showers over the White Mountains area. Areas like Eager, White River, Show Low still getting some snow showers. And then over the Roosevelt Lake area and along the 288, you're going to see a rain-snow mix. So just be mindful of that if that's where your travels take you. You can see on Futurecast, though, we do still have the chance for just a stray shower here in the valley through about that 10 o'clock hour, as this is a really broken up system, but it will continue to shift to the east. Later this afternoon, we'll see some stronger storm pockets, though, develop over the Safford area and into areas of Show Low. So you could see some thunderstorm activity and a rain-snow mix in the higher elevations. But then it moves on completely, and we otherwise stay dry and clear statewide for the rest of the afternoon. So we're putting in just that 10% chance of rain into the early afternoon hours and then drying out after that. Temperatures this morning continuing to drop across the valley. We've got a lot of mid-40s now out across the western portion of the valley. 46 in Goodyear, 49 in Buckeye, 45 in Levine, upper 40s in Peoria and Wickenburg. Maricopa sitting at 46 as well. 50s, though, across the East Valley, so a little more mild. Across the rest of the state, we've got a lot of 40s to our south. Safford has now dropped into the 30s. We've got 30s across central Arizona, and north of the rim, we've dropped into the 20s from Show Low on up through Heber and into Flagstaff this morning. We're in the teens up in Window Rock. So if you're planning on going for a hike, make sure that you wear some layers this morning. It's going to be cold, and again, you might get hit with that light shower in the morning hours. But if you wait until this afternoon, you'll be shedding the layers. We'll have a lot more sunshine. We'll warm into the 60s 60s by 11 o'clock this morning, and then we'll reach our peak in the upper 60s right around 4 o'clock. Sunset is getting closer to 6 o'clock. So 69 is that forecast high today across most of the valley, and that is the average for this time of year. Across the rest of the state, we'll see some 60s to our south with some 70s mixed in as well in Gila Bend, Quartzsite, and Lake Havasu City. 50s across central Arizona and highs in the 40s north of the rim, 42 in Flagstaff. Still breezy through portions of the lower Colorado River Valley today, around 20 miles an hour, but otherwise 15-mile-an-hour winds across the high country, 10-mile-an-hour winds later this afternoon. Here in the valley, much calmer than what we saw yesterday, and all of the winds statewide dying down in the overnight hours. 60s will carry us into the start of the new work week, along with lots of sunshine, and then the 70s make their return on Wednesday, and by next weekend, mid-70s are back.
Foodies are now flocking to the valley. Still ahead, which Phoenix restaurant was named best in the country?
That sounds delicious, but first, tax season, yeah, it's here. But there are 3 rule changes that you need to know about before you fill out your refund. Plus, we give you a look this morning at Chicago, the windy city, and I believe at one time that was a lake there. Now it's ice. That just looks cold.
That's
Call
exactly
your friends.
why I moved out west.
Exactly. Call your friends and family. Let them know. Come visit. We're in the 70s by the end of this week. We've got more for you on the other side of this break.
Thanks for watching ABC15 Arizona, streaming 24/7 on Roku and these streaming devices.
New year, new rules that will affect your wallet. We're talking taxes here with local financial professional Stuart Willis from Asset Preservation Tax and Retirement Services. Hey, Stuart, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me, Nohe.
So you've got 3 big rules that have changed this year that are in store. So let's walk through them. First one, the IRS is boosting tax brackets.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's actually a really common thing for the IRS to combat inflation with the rising of these brackets. So we're seeing basically you can make more money and not get taxed as much, especially for the higher income earners. For example, if you're a couple that was previously in the 37% bracket, you can make $20,000 more a year and before you actually hit that bracket. So it's really nice that it'll be a little more difficult to get into those higher brackets.
Number 2, higher 401k contribution totals.
Yeah, so for this year, you'll be able to increase your contribution $1,000 to $20,500 in total. It'll also help out in instances of Roth. For example, we talk a lot about Roth and Roth conversion and eligibility for Roth, but the range for phase outs in Roth will go from $129,000 up to $144,000 for single taxpayers. So a lot more people will be eligible for Roth.
Yeah, still another way that people can prep for retirement more easily. This one also is going to help Social Security checks increasing.
Yeah, so there was a 5.9% increase in the Social Security payment this year. For that translates to an average of $92 a month for people. So it's a really welcome benefit. We are seeing inflation up in the 6.8 to 7.2 range, depending on which numbers you're looking at. So that's an awesome increase. And remember, we haven't seen a decrease yet in Social Security. So once they give it to you, generally, we can't expect them to take it back. I think the one thing I would, caution people on is that they will now feel the urge to maybe take that benefit early. If you take it early before that age, you can only make a certain number of income, $18,000 or so per year. And for every $2 you exceed that number, there's a $1 reduction in your benefit. So not only are you getting a reduced amount by taking it early, there's also penalties out there if you decide to go back to work. So I really caution you to think it through.
We definitely don't want to do 2 steps forward, 2 steps, 3 steps back. On the flip side of all of this, inflation was a huge issue last year. What do you think as we move into this new year?
It is absolutely biggest on people's mind right now. We're seeing people that are, that have previously had money in their checking accounts or savings or CDs, and with these super low interest rates out there right now, that are realizing that if you're making 1% on your money in the banks, and we're raising at 6.8% in terms of cost of living, your money's becoming less valuable. So I'm getting a lot of people that are looking to take some of those chips that they've had off the table to get them back invested into something safe, long-term with, higher rates of return.
Yeah, we don't want to be running in place either.
That's it.
Of course, this all comes down to planning, and you guys do a lot to help with that. So how do we get in touch? What will we find?
Well, the best way to reach us, if you go to www.apsitaxes.com, that's our website. There's tons of resources there. There's a complimentary portfolio review. We're glad to help if you just reach out.
New year, new you, new finances. Let's get it done.
Absolutely.
Always appreciate the talk, Stuart.
All right. Take care, Nohe. Thanks for having me.